Hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of the Cubs Line podcast. I'm Ryan Dunleavy,
And I'm Ryan Zelensky.
and today the Cubs took a huge 12-13 win against the Astros. Ryan, any opening thoughts?
I mean, domination top to bottom, right? They hit the ball well. They pitched well. Conrad had a great day. Kyle Tucker, a three-run shot. Dansby Swanson had a great game. Tucker almost had, he was a triple away from the cycle. Just complete domination top to bottom. An awesome win to set up the rubber match tomorrow.
All right, so let's get into our cards. Brought to you by Mark's Card Shop, located 914 Curtis Street in Downers Grove, Illinois. Check out their website at markscardshop.com. All right, this first guy, he's been on the Red Sox his entire career. He was an all-star last year. He's actually from Illinois, but he's hurt the rest of this year.
Tanner Hawk.
Yep, Tanner Hawk. Next guy, this guy started his career with the Athletics. He's a second baseman. Now he's on the Rangers.
Marcus Semien.
Yep. Lastly, this guy started his career with the Mets, won a couple Cy Youngs, and now he's on the Rangers.
Jacob deGrom.
Yep. So, today the Cubs win the ball game 12-3. They move up to 49-34, which puts them a 2-game lead in the division. And the Astros go down to 49-34, so both teams have the same record. The Astros still are in first place in their division by 6.5 games. So let's get into today's recap from the ball game. So first inning, it was a pretty good inning actually. Hap grounded out, Tuck singled, he stole the bag. Say grounded out, but Tuck moved to advance to third, and then 3 straight walks. PCA Dansby, then Bush walked on 4 straight pitches to make it a 1-0 ball game, and then Nico Hoerner grounded out. I mean, how big was that first inning for the Cubs, just for the momentum?
Huge. I mean, not only, the bases getting loaded, or that's like the main part, just making, Lance throw pitches early, getting him in trouble. They only came away with 1, but, they still plated 7 that inning, made him throw a bunch of pitches, so a pretty positive inning.
Yeah, and Paredes gets hit by a pitch, and Myers hits a single, but then Colin Ray retires the next 3. Altuve flies out, Cam Smith strikes out, and Diaz grounds out. How big was that for Colin Ray to get out of that with no runs?
Huge. Lance couldn't get out of it. Colin could. So I think that was kind of the difference, in this game. Colin Ray was just a better pitcher, obviously. But yeah, huge for Colin Ray to get out of the jam and keep the Cubs in front.
Yeah, and then Christian Walker hit a double with 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. I thought it was gone. It was actually hit 406 feet, so it would have been gone at most MLB ballparks, but the Cubs get lucky. And then Cooper Hummel hits a weak single that goes between Shaw and Dansby, but Walker doesn't have the speed to go home. But then right after Colin Ray picks off Hummel, they challenged it. It was good. Really nice move there from Colin Ray, and then Dubon flies out. So another good job by Colin Ray. And Isaac Paredes hits a home run. Or no, not Paredes hits a single, and Ray gets 2 outs. And then Cam Smith hits a 2-run home run. It was a bomb. 385, 106 miles per hour. I mean, man, is Cam Smith good.
Yeah, his revenge on the Cubs, right? They chose Matt Shaw over him, so he's got to get his get back. He's been amazing this series, and yeah, he's a stud.
I hate to say it, but Cam Smith has had a way better season this year than Matt Shaw for sure.
100%, but I think coming into this season, Matt Shaw was kind of the clear, pick over Cam Smith, but Cam Smith is proving wrong.
He's definitely proving him wrong, and he might be an all-star if I'm going to be completely honest. Hitting 281 with 7 bombs, there's a very good case for him to be an all-star, and in the Rookie of the Year talks. Well, Matt Shaw hasn't had the year he wanted. Hopefully we'll see more. And then top of the 4th inning, Michael Bush hits a home run opposite field into the Crawford box, 358 feet, 98 miles an hour. That's not a ball that gets out in a lot of MLB ballparks. And same with Nico Hoerner's home run, hit 94 miles an hour, 351 feet. So back-to-back home runs there. And then Matt Shaw walks. Reese McGuire hits a single. And then Ian Happ hits a single to Cam Smith, which makes it a 4-2 ball game. And then Kyle Tucker hits a 3-run moonshot, 406 feet, 344. I mean, it wasn't a moonshot, but this ball was smoked. Big home run. And then Seiya hits a triple and PCA hits a sac fly. But Dansby hits a single after that, but Bush pops out. So how big was that inning for the Cubs to hit around the order?
I mean, 7 runs, 11 hits. Ours, I think it was 7 runs, 7 hits, 11 batters. Like statement made. Game was won in that inning. Right?
Yeah.
The immediate response. Right, Cam Smith hits the home run. They go down 2-1. Immediately, they don't. They respond with one. They respond with two, and then they add five more after the Nico Horner bomb. Which Nico Horner, you kidding me? 3 homers in 5 games. Like after not getting one the whole year, like he's starting to, heat up. Maybe he could be a 4 hitter soon if he starts hitting like this. Probably not, but
I think that's a bit of a stretch.
no,
Nico
100%.
Nico maybe put him in the 2 spot and make Tuck 3 say a 4 or something like that, but
Yeah,
he
or
just like
yeah, or have Nico lead off, right? Like, I mean, Nico can hit anywhere. I just really don't like him in the bottom of the order. But yeah, I mean, again, statement made that inning. Like, that's a game. That's a ball game. One and one.
yeah, and then in the top of the 6th inning, Kyle Tucker hits a leadoff double, and then Suzuki and PCA both get out, but Dansby with a 2-out knock hits a ball 107 miles an hour for a single. This ball was smoked. Great job there by Dansby Swanson. And in the top of the 8th inning, Tucker hits a single, and Seiya Suzuki hits his 22nd home run on the year. This ball was smoked, hit 405 feet with 106 miles an hour off the bat. And then Dansby hits a double, and then Michael Bush hits a single to make it a 12-2 game. And after that, in the bottom of the 8th inning, Isaac Paredes hits his 17th home run on the year. It was hit 428 feet, just got out. I mean, it's kind of ironic that all 3 players from the Tucker trade hit home runs tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it was the game for them. That Isaac Paredes home run, like 328 feet, I think it like barely got out. It was a crazy home run. It went sky high and like just did a nose dive down. But Seiya's home run, no doubter. I think it got onto the train tracks, maybe a little lower. But yeah, I mean, he continues to just pound the baseball. And I mean, again, a statement win from this team tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have to ask this question, but do you think the Cubs lost this trade with the years that Paredes and Smith are having? I mean, both having all-star campaigns.
I don't think so. I think it's a win-win for both, right? Like, yeah, Cam Smith and Isaac Paredes are having all-star campaigns, but like Kyle Tucker is a key piece on in this lineup. Like, I understand that like Paredes could have played third, but like at the time, I don't really think they looked at Cam Smith as a right fielder. Um, but yeah, I don't really. I think it's a win-win for everybody. Kyle Tucker is a stud, an all-star. And yeah, I get, they're having good seasons, but no, I think it's a win-win for both of us.
Yeah, as of right now, I mean, if the Cubs don't extend Tucker and they don't win the World Series, I'd say it's a loss for the Cubs. But if they do end up extending Tucker, I would say it's a win. So let's get into the player of the game. This one's an obvious one. Kyle Tucker, 4 for 5 on the night with 4 runs, 3 RBIs, a double, and a home run. I think that's pretty obvious. Another guy, possibly Dansby Swanson, 3 for 4 on the night with an RBI. Those are my 2 player of the games. What about you?
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, Dansby Swanson, as much as we've docked him, throughout this past week and this week, or throughout this past week and this whole time we've had this show, he had a great night. Like we kind of tweeted, maybe this is the type of night that can, get the wheels going and get him to where he's capable of being, as a hitter. But yeah, Kyle Tucker, Dansby Swanson are the clear players of the game.
Yeah, and for the Astros, obviously Cam Smith, 2 for 4 on the night with 2 RBIs and a home run. Another good game for him in his revenge series. I wouldn't even call it a revenge series, but versus his old team. And then pitching, Colin Ray goes 5 innings. He gets the win. He goes to 5-3 on the year. 5 hits, 2 runs, and both of them were earned. No walks, 2 strikeouts, 1 home run. He's now at a 4.37 ERA. What did you see from Colin Ray tonight opposed to his other starts that he got kind of rocked in?
I mean, he didn't throw meatballs as much as he usually does, and when he did pay for it on the Cam Smith home run. Um, but he got outs. He did his job like in that first inning. The usual past Colin Ray would have given up two or three. He came away with none. Yeah, he was locating the ball like really well tonight, throwing strikes, getting outs, and an amazing outing. But I do want to ask you, do you think they could have gave him another inning to either save Brazier or Pomeranz?
Um, yeah, I do think so. I mean, they had a pretty good lead, and he was only at 79 pitches. I think it wouldn't have hurt to go another inning and save some more arms. And then Ryan Brazier goes 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs, no strikeouts, no walks. He's now at a 1.46 ERA. Pomeranz comes in for an inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. He's still to 0 ERA. Porter Hodge comes in for an inning. He gives up a home run. That was his only hit and run. He did strike a batter out. He's now at a 5.06 ERA. And then Ryan Presley comes in for the last 1 inning pitch, no hits, no walks, 1 strikeout. He's now at a 3.77 ERA. But Ryan, I do have to ask you this: what have you seen from Porter Hodge that is different from the old Porter Hodge?
Well, right now since his injury, the velo is a little down. But that's kind of expected when you're coming back from an injury. But I won't say much is different really, except for the velo. Like he's doing his job. But yeah, hopefully he can get back to where he was and the velo wise.
And then in his first start back from the IL, Lance McCullers gets the loss, goes to 1-3 on the year. He goes 3 innings into third, 7 hits, 2 runs or 8 runs. All 8 of them were earned. 4 walks, 1K, 3 home runs, and he's now at a 6.61 ERA. He did exactly what you don't want to do: walk guys and give up bombs. And then after that, Steven Okert comes in for 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, no runs. He's still at a 2.43 ERA. And then Ryan Gusto eats up 4 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs. All of them are earned. No walks, 4 strikeouts, 1 home run. He's now at a 4.9 ERA. And then Jordan Weems comes in for the last inning, 1 inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. He's at a 0 ERA. That was his MLB debut, actually. Or actually, no, not his MLB debut, but his debut with the Astros. Any thoughts on the Astros pitching? I don't really got much.
I mean, McCullers really, gave it up early there, but I think everybody after the fourth did fine, like the stay up bomb, but everybody was okay except for Lance McCullers. Like it was a fine day for them, but this is just a day to forget for Houston and a day really to remember, especially tomorrow for the Cubs.
Yeah, for sure. And then preview for tomorrow on the bump for the Cubs, Jameson Taillon. He's 7-5 on the year with a 4.47 ERA. And then on the mound for the Astros, Southpaw Framber Valdez. He's 8-4 on the year with a 2.88 ERA. What's your prediction for tomorrow?
Well, another lefty, right? Cubs don't hit the lefties well. Um, and JMO, we need a good outing from JMO. We haven't had one in a little bit, but we need him hit his spots, stop throwing balls over the plate. Um, I'm gonna go 6-4. Cubbies win the series.
I don't like that, but unfortunately, I'm not as optimistic as you are. I'm gonna go. The Cubs lose this ball game 4-0. Framber Valdez is one of the best pitchers in baseball, and especially how much the Cubs have struggled to hit lefties. I don't have a good feeling about tomorrow.
Trust me, I agree with you. I wanted to be a little positive, but if you really want to hear my prediction, I'm gonna say 5-1 Astros.
Yeah, and then now we'll take a look around the MLB. The White Sox beat the Giants 1-0. Adrian Hauser and Robbie Ray pitchers duel. Andrew Benintendi hit his 10th home run in the year. That was about it. Grant Taylor comes in for, I believe, 2 innings of work and gets the save. He's got some pretty promising stuff. One thing I do want to talk about, that Flo Rida concert at Guaranteed Rate was the most packed I've seen it in a long time, and that was sick.
It was very cool. Like I love how they do the baseball game, and then the concert right after it. I mean, it was packed. That stadium was, slammed. And the concert was sick. I love Florida. So yeah, that was a pretty cool event.
Yeah, I wish I could have gone, but that looked really cool. The Angels are beating the Nationals 6-2 in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Athletics beat the Yankees 7-0. Nick Kurtz hit a 3-run home run, his 12th on the year, and Brent Rooker hit his 17th home run on the year. And then the Tigers beat the Twins 10-5. Gleyber Torres hit a 2-run bomb, and Riley Smith hit a solo shot. The Pirates beat the Mets 9-2. The Pirates scored, I believe, 6 runs in the eighth inning to win this game. And after this game, there was a players-only meeting in the Mets locker room. They've lost, I believe, their last 8 games.
And you obviously as a Mets fan, you don't like to hear, you know, the or you don't like to see the cold streak, but to hear about a players only meeting, like that's such a positive. That shows that these players actually care and they're not just kind of brushing this off, but they actually care in that clubhouse. So that's a really good sign. Obviously a very tough stretch for the Mets, but it's it is a positive to hear about that meeting.
Yeah, for sure. And then the Royals beat the Orioles 11-3. Yandy Diaz had a 3-run bomb, and Jonathan Aranda had a 2-run home run. Do you think Aranda is a clear front runner to start for the AL at first base?
Um, yeah, I think so. I don't know. I mean, there's really no one else that comes to mind that really could take that spot. So yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think Aranda will start at first. He's having a great year. The Rangers beat the Mariners 3-2. Marcus Semien hit a walk-off single. The Royals beat the Dodgers 9-5. Bobby Witt had a 4-hit game, and so did Jonathan India. The Padres beat the Reds 6-4. Gavin Sheets hit a go-ahead 3-run bomb. The Cardinals beat the Guardians 9-6. Willie hit a solo home run, and Swanson got the win on the bump. The Red Sox beat the Blue Jays 15-1. Willie Abreu hit a big 3-run bomb. Cineal Rafaela hit another home run, and Lucas Giolito gets the win on the mound after another rocky start. The Marlins beat the D-backs 8-7. Augustin Ramirez hit the go-ahead single. He's been having quite the week. I feel like we've talked about him a lot on around the MLB. Arandin Ramirez has been playing some really good ball.
Yeah, he has. I think we've talked about him a few times. Like you said, this weekend, and yeah, I mean he's having a hell of a weekend.
Yeah. And then Quinn Priester strikes out 11 batters as the Brewers beat the Rockies 5-0. I mean, kind of expected.
Yeah, I
Playing
mean,
the Rockies is basically padding your stats, unfortunately.
I feel so bad.
He's a Rockies fan because they've had a couple good years too, and now it's just pathetic to watch.
Yeah, like JD was talking about it on the broadcast. Like when we were playing the Rockies at Wrigley, he was like, I mean, you see those late August, early September games at Coors Field, you're like worried. Like the past 2 seasons, the series at Coors Field has been the death of the Cubs season. He said they're always kind of in the hunt and in the mix, but not this year. And I kind of, I kind of feel bad.
Yeah, and then in our last game, the Braves beat the Phillies 6-1. Sean Murphy hit a grand slam, and Spencer Schwellenberg recorded a career high 12 strikeouts. He's having himself quite the year too. And then a little update: nothing has changed in the divisions, but the wild card race. The Phillies now are in the lead of the NL East, and the Mets are in the first wild card spot, 2 games above. The Brewers are in the second spot, a game and a half above, and then the Padres and the Cardinals are tied for that third spot, with the Giants a half a game back, Cincinnati 2.5 games back, and Arizona 4 games back. And then in the AL wildcard race, the Rays have a 4.5 game lead. Toronto has a 2 game lead, and Seattle has a 1.5 game lead. Texas and Cleveland are both trailing by a game and a half, and the Angels are too. And Boston's trailing by 2 games. Minnesota's trailing by 2.5 games, and the Royals are trailing by 3.5 games. I feel like the wild card race in the AL is something we have to update every day because it could change in a snap of a second.
I mean, literally, the whole standings are going to get completely shuffled pretty much every day, every weekend. But I mean, yeah, it's crazy to see some of those teams in the hunt, like the Angels. I'm cheering for the Angels to make a playoff run because I just think Trout deserves it so much. And it would be so sick to see the Angels in the playoffs because I was like 5 the last time that happened. But yeah, I mean, the AL wildcard race is going to come down to the final weekend. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, now we'll do a little bit of MLB pickle. So because he recorded his career high 12 Ks. I'm gonna go Spencer Schwallenbach. He's a righty from the USA and a starting pitcher, not in the NL or the AL East. So AL Central starting pitcher from the US. Let's go Aaron Savali. I believe he had a pretty good start today, or might have been yesterday.
Yeah, I think
In
he's
the AL Central, a righty starting. Is this the same from yesterday? Let me see. Yes, it's Lorenzen. I don't know why they didn't change it. We'll play a little Immaculate Grid actually. Sorry about that, guys. It didn't change. Typically does. Ooh,
2 for 2.
Hall of Fame, 3,000 hit career plus.
Um.
Want to skip that one?
Yeah, for
Any Hall of Famer.
What?
Any Hall of Famer.
Just name one.
Rhino.
Yeah.
Actually, let's do Andre Dawson.
Oh, good one. Good one.
Dawson.
Met him at the convention.
I met him too. Actually, he's a really nice guy.
He's
Any Gold Glover. Should we go our guy Ian Happ?
Our guy Ian Happ. I love him.
2%.
My favorite left fielder.
Say Suzuki all day. Any Silver Slugger? Should we do Jake Arrieta?
Jake Arrieta.
That's a legendary pool. 0.3%. All right, a Silver Slugger who's Rookie of the Year.
Chris Bryant?
Wait, Aaron Judge.
Oh, yeah, you could do that. Or Bryant. Whichever one.
Judgy. A Gold Glove Rookie of the Year.
Did Chris Bryant win a Gold Glove?
Yes, I think he did, yeah.
Did he?
No, he did not. So, come on.
That's on me. That's on me.
Did Acuna win Rookie of the Year?
Oh.
I don't know. We could skip that. Hall of Fame Rookie of the Year.
Hall of Fame Rookie of the Year.
Did Kerry Wood win Rookie of the Year? I don't know.
He might have in
I
like
feel like he
90.
did.
What was his rookie year? Like 90.
No, he didn't. 300 plus hit career Hall of Fame. I'm just gonna go Miguel Cabrera.
Yeah.
That's gotta be. No, what?
No, he didn't get inducted.
Oh, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Not our day today.
Not our day. Listen, was it our day? No, was it the Cubs' day? Big
Yes.
Cat. So we'll take that. We'll take that over anything.
I'm gonna see the most common answers. Ty Cobb for Hall of Fame 300 plus career. Hall of Fame Rookie of the Year Jeter. Most common Hall of Famer was Babe Ruth. Jeter for Gold Glove 300 plus hits. Ichiro for Gold Glove Rookie of the Year. Greg Maddux Gold Glove played in the majors. Barry Bonds Silver Slugger. Aaron Judge Rookie of the Year Silver Slugger. Miggy 300,000 plus career Silver Slugger. It's all good.
Yeah, Cubs won, so my day
Thanks
goes.
for joining us on today's show. Signing off, Ryan Dunleavy.
Brian Zielinski.
See you guys in the next one.